Okay, I guess we can get started, Laura. We're a couple of people will still be coming in, but we want to be prompt. We want to respect people's time. They're realtors and investors and wholesalers. They've got probably many more things to do than partaking of an hour-long webinar. It will not be that long. We're going to try to keep this webinar, folks, to about 30 minutes. We will have a Q&A at the end of the presentation. My name is Jeff Sweet. I am the sales director and training coordinator for US Probate Leads. Joining me, she will be handling any sort of chat and questions, is Laura Martin. She is operations extraordinaire. This company would be nothing without Laura Martin. So thank you, Laura.
Hey guys, welcome. We're excited.
Yes, we are. Also, should be on this webinar is Z. He redesigned. If you guys go to USProbateleads.com, we have a redesign, and Z was instrumental in getting that redesign done, including now, and it will be talked a little bit about in this webinar, some city and zip options that nobody else in this niche is offering. We are the only one that has that, and we will keep it that way for a long time. So we're excited. And I think possibly our CEO, Mr. Leon McKenzie, might also be on. Leon, are you on the webinar today? I can't see the participants. Okay.
Yeah, I am. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was muted. Yeah,
Okay.
and folks, we really appreciate your attending. This is really an exciting opportunity for you guys. This is just going to go over some stuff that will just make a lot of sense to you, and we hope to really explain this whole solution that we're providing. Probate Leads have long been a valuable opportunity and a valuable addition to folks like yourself. I think you're going to get an awful lot out of this. Thanks again. We appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Leon McKenzie. All right. So again, this is US Probate Leads, our training webinar. A lot of successful investors, and I know some of them are on this webinar, some of our clients that have had some very, very good success with our records over the years. We'd like to be able to just inform more of the masses, so to speak, of who we are and what these leads can actually do for your business. So Probate Leads, we'll start there, okay? They are a Cadillac, so to speak, of residential property leads. These are not your list that everybody and their brother is doing, FSBOs, expireds, no disrespect to those that are doing those, but it's good to actually have more ammunition, so to speak, that you want to target. And this is a great addition to whatever other marketing strategies you have in your local or national markets. US Probate Leads, we are honestly the premier source in the country when it comes to this particular lead source. The reason we say this is because we are the only company that physically covers the entire country. If we have to hire or have a team of researchers go to the courts, that's what we do. And we are the only company that does that on a national level. Others may claim they do, but to the best of my knowledge, there is not another probate source in the country that is providing that service. 20 plus years experience, and we can get just about any county in the country. Now, and I'll touch upon a little bit in a couple minutes, but we are now offering a city and a zip code option. If you go to our website, you'll be able to see what we're talking about. Plus, I can give you quotes and things like that in the future. But we're very, very excited for that option. Some of the small or even larger brands or realtors in the country have been asking about this option for a while. So we made it happen, okay? We also have bulk rates. Somebody is wanting 2,000, 10,000 or more probate records. We have discount prices. We're at 30, 40,000 records a month, every single month. And we also have millions of 2-year, 3-year, 5-year historical. I think our database holds a couple of years that we have archived. if people want them. We have had customers get 2 years or more worth of data, historical data we're talking about. And we are widely considered some of the best lead source for residential real estate investors in the country. So we're very proud of what we have developed over a period of 20 years, guys. So we're not a fly-by-night outfit by any means. We solved the pricing conundrum. That's a tough word. Anyway, pricing has always been an issue when it comes to going to the courts and pulling these probate records, right? Well, with our national research team, we collect many more leads than our peers, and we do provide the most reasonable pricing anywhere in the country when it comes to this type of a niche. We have monthly subscriptions. We have historical records, from 2 to 6 months. That's going to be your best results, but you can find value, up to 2 years of older data. So we are excited that we are this source. And now we're going to go on to some more talk about the city and zip. Local neighborhoods, you can go target down by zip codes. You only pay for the leads you want. And believe it or not, as low as $10 a month. I mean, you're only going to get a couple records. Let's just get real. But if you only want to highly target just some certain areas, that is now an option with our company. And again, you can get with me, go to the website. It's a great option for many of a realtor now. Now here we go. The training of marketing. Okay. So one of the biggest things when I coach our customers, our clients, one of the biggest things that I emphasize is relationship building. Okay. Some people are highly motivated in this particular market, and they can and will sell in the first week, 2 weeks, a month or two after they buy. Others are going through some processes. In fact, we make phone calls on this particular type of list, and 2 months, 3 months later, that's when they tell me they would like to have somebody follow up with them. So, and the reason I say it's a relationship building process, because there's 3 key words that I like to use. They get to know you, you have likability. You're realtors, you probably one of the most likable industries out there, right? So know, like, and trust, okay? If they know you, they like you, and they trust you, they are going to go to you for the listing or for the cash offer, whatever your particular marketing strategy might be. And that is how you have to have that compassion, so to speak, as well. It says right here, empathy, compassion. Some of these people, let's get real. They've lost a loved one. It could have been a month ago, could have been 2 years or 5 years ago, right? But it's still, you need to have that empathy in this particular marketplace. But it's a great market. Many of these people are very, very motivated. And the reason I can say that is I get stories all the time. There could be a piece of property that's sitting empty, right? A generational property. Nobody's living in it. It's dilapidated. It needs work. Boom. That's where you guys come in and help. Probate. It's a simple process. Prove a will. Appoint the personal representative. And by the way, folks, on our list, that is who you're going to be making the direct contact with, is that PR. They're the ones that filed with the court by themselves or have had an attorney do it for them. They are the appointed representative over the estate. Take inventory of each estate, including any properties, obviously, and notice to the creditors, pay off the debts. There's a process that these PRs need to go through. But at the end of the day, they would be looking to sell property. Also called the executor. They oversee, again, there's no training, so they're just kind of thrown into it, right? So you guys could become the source that they need to help them. And that's a big key word. You could help them through some processes if need be. becoming a confidant. That's another word I like to use. Become the confidant, become the friend. But also when I coach my clients, if you meet them for coffee, meet them for a steak, whatever the case may be, get to know them through their processes. As a probate real estate expert, you're helping heirs get through some trying times, like we're talking about. How do they dispose of the properties in today's real estate market? Let's get real, it has changed. That's why US Probate Leads, I personally feel, is a great source to find properties. Again, the main reason being, not everybody and their brother is doing this particular niche. That it's not a saturated marketplace. In some of my counties, I only have 1 or 2 clients, right? The most I've ever seen is like maybe 6, and that's in the big, huge counties. So number one, this is not a saturated marketplace. Number two, there's plenty of room to still make great opportunities with our lists. And you can handle properties in a different county or state. That is an option. Manage the sale of the property where they have responsibilities. And again, the key is those PRs becoming their confidant. Now, there is other relationships that you could build. And the reason why we suggest or even bring this up is because they could need junk removal, right? Them personally, an estate sale, a financial planner. Maybe they need to put a loved one in an assisted living facility, right? You could have the recommendations. We've honestly identified 50 plus services that might be needed to complete the process. And let's get real. If you have somebody locally that you're dealing with already, I'm not sure of the relationships, but there is an opportunity for some extra money to be made. You refer them a client, they pay you something, right? That's the way the world works. Referrals pay. There's a whole marketplace for that, folks. So, but again, junk removal, financial planners, home improvement, inheritance. Some people might need money immediately. There are inheritance advance companies out there. If you need recommendations, give us a call. We can line you up with a couple of them. That is also a pretty good one to be a part of. Money management. There's a lot of different services and needs that these estate people might need, these PRs. So the best approach we have determined, and again, we've been doing this for 20 years. People ask me all the time, well, what should I do? How should I reach out to the PRs? Mailers and phone calls. Those are your 2 best friends right there. You can do postcards, you can do traditional mailers. And by the way, we will give you some samples that is a part of our freebie giveaway today, as letters that have been proven to work. You will get access to those letters. We will also give you an opportunity for postcard mailers as well. Phone calls, you can go overseas. It's pretty inexpensive. Some companies are at $5 to $10 an hour. American staff might be more, 20 to 30 range. I won't go too much into it now, but I do, me personally, as the sales director for this company, I also do outbound calling efforts. So you can get with me at a later date if you want phone calls to be done. I've got a few realtors that I work with. In fact, I've got a personal connection that he hired me to make calls. That's another story for another day. All right, so mailers, phone calls, email marketing. Our lists do include some email addresses, SMS. Some people swear by those. I'm not going to go into legal ramifications. Be careful with SMS. That's all I'm going to say. But it is a great source to use to be in contact. Some of you probably already do some sort of mass text as well. And you can also, people do social media, ringless voicemail. You do want a soft sell approach to these particular leads. You don't want to come off too pushy, especially if you're going to be making a phone call. You want to be sympathetic, empathetic to their specific situations. But again, Mailers and phone calls, honestly, folks, those will be your best friends in this particular lead source. The job is to be a facilitator, a confidant, I like to say. Think as yourself as the facilitator when you're meeting with these folks, whether it be in person or over the phone. Again, you just want to be prepared to help them if you can. Again, your focus obviously is going to be the problem, but that may or may not be their primary concern when you first make contact. Ask the questions when you're having the connection with them. Find out, what do they need? Do they need all the other services that you might have access to? Or do they only have a real estate need, right? And if that be the case, you guys are the ones to help them get through that real estate need. Phone tips. I got some scripting. I'm not going to go too much into this slide. I was just speaking about that. Again, you want to be attentive to their needs, find out who they are, what their needs are, and help them. At the end of the day, that is what your goal should be as a local realtor or a local investor, is to help them, right? Yes, we want the properties. We get that, right? There's great money to be made in a wholesale investing or obviously in a sale of the house world. True story. Got a client in Arizona, small county that they purchased. Make a long story short, they made $30,000 on one deal, and from one of our records. So that's pretty awesome. Also, another success story I like to talk about. We've got a guy in Alabama that's been getting our records, only going for the listings, folks. He had a little bit of a personal touch to his sequences, which can be taught, by the way. It's a conversation to have with me for another day. But he's been getting on average 1 or 2 listings every single month for about 40 or 50 records. And he's only going for the listings. So I know there's definitely some other success stories that are out there within our leads. Direct mail tips, either letters or postcards. You're going to want to send the first one out, 3 to 5 months later, another one. We suggest 1, 3, 5, and 7 after the filing, depending on what people's preferences are or budgets. You could go, 1, 3, and 6 and be done, right? I got some people that go up to a year. We got one client. He mails like clockwork, folks, every single month, right? I think Steve goes, I think it's, what do you say, Laura, like 9 months in a row? Is that what Steve said? Do you recall that, Laura?
Sorry, I had muted it as
That's okay.
well.
I just had to get it. Well, hello.
No.
And do you remember what Steve said? If he went out, it was like 9 straight months or something like that, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he sends something out and he gets great results. So the goal is to keep in front. The only reason we even bring this up is you want to stay in front of these folks. Some people in this market, they'll send 1 letter or postcard and then be done. You're shooting yourselves in your financial foot. If that's all you're going to do. It will take more follow-up, and postcards are inexpensive. We have a source that can go down to 44 cents. And that will be, again, discussed here a little bit. But continue to reach out, always be sympathetic, help them. That's again, the key word of the day is to help that PR get through their process. Now we got some freebies coming. These will be sent out through email. We've got an ebook, Communicating with the Executor ebook. It is worth $25 on our website. Some cold calling scripts with some common objections we also have. So those that are into the cold calling world, we have letters. We have an estate planning checklist for you guys and a probate task checklist. These can offer to the PRs that you chat with. And we will email you the links to everything that we're giving away to you guys today for free. So one more thing to touch upon. We won't talk too much about it today, but coming in February, which is right around the corner, we will have a mastermind probate and training certification courses, live monthly trainings, a private members only community, weekly brokerage group, a coaching call, and a bi-weekly investor group call. That is coming in February. So it's going to be kind of a mastermind training community. And again, we won't go too much into detail today. This is a paid course in the future, though, guys. This will not be for free, but it will be very, very, very valuable when it does launch. And again, more details to come. And now I think we are to question and answers section. Again, my name is Jeff Sweet. I'm the sales director for US Probate Leads. My toll-free number is on there. It's the office toll-free number. My cell number is also on there, 801-900-1421. And you can text the word quote to 801-900-1421, and then just tell me which county that you're going to be, I can offer you a quote for, or call me. Again, either one of the numbers, send an email to sales@usprobateleads.com, or you can go directly to the website, usprobateleads.com/quote, and we can get you free quotes. At this point, we're going to open it up we're going to go through on the chat any questions and answer, question and answer session. Laura, can you help me with that?
Well, it's rather quiet right now. I did post that you can be texted and they can send a quote to your cell number and you can get back with them more information. And we're going to be putting up the links now for
yeah, Matt Kentowski. Matt, how you doing, bud?
Hey, yeah.
Yep.
There we go.
Recommendation certifications class for realtors. Yes, that is coming. that was just mentioned there as at the end of the presentation there, Matt.
So Leah also has a question. Any
Yeah.
recommendations for building relationships with local attorneys? And that is a really good question. We do want to touch on that. Go ahead.
Oh, absolutely. Because some of our lists have a lot of local attorneys on the list. I always classify it as a bonus on our list because not every single one of our lists has a full array of attorneys. But for the most part, most of our list has local attorneys to connect with. And it's a phenomenal idea because they can help facilitate more than just one deal. There could be 4 or 5 people or more that they work with. Great question.
The really good opportunity with working with attorneys is if someone as a PR has reached out for some legal advice and they don't know where to turn, they will also rely on their attorney to direct them. And you could be the go-to for that probate attorney to assign a listing or meet with the clients. So just keep that in mind as well.
Absolutely.
And
Don,
yes, we do have a script coming for your PRs.
Yep. Gia, yes, it does include the attorney and their information, be a name, address, phone numbers where we can get it. Again, every list might have a little bit different as far as pure numbers go, but yes, attorney's informations are included. Yes, Tony, yes, we'll have the address of the deceased.
When we collect the data, we do provide the decedent's name if there's a date of death, the decedent's last known address, the PR's contact information, and the attorney's contact information. Anything that's available on the documents we'll get. And we can also provide email addresses for the PR if that's available as well.
Correct. Yeah, Marcia, that is a good question. Yes, you do get the PR's name, address, phone numbers, and email. We do a skip trace. We don't get 100% on every list. Let's just get real. We get about we're about 90% phone numbers. That's a pretty good percentage. Email addresses about 75%. I've seen them higher, but conservatively 70-75% of an email. Good questions.
Any other thoughts or questions out there? You can do as many counties as you want. Yes. Jeff, go ahead.
Yeah, oh yeah. You could get with me, Tony. You can definitely do more than one county. We do price discounts. Do you have a referral code to people refer to your company? Yes, we will be opening up reopening up our affiliate program. So Magdalene, get with me at a future date and we will facilitate getting you set up. So yes, we plan to relaunch an affiliate program. It's not currently one in place, but we will be relaunching it soon. I think I missed a question there, Laura.
Well, Magali was asking about a referral code.
Yes. Then that's the affiliate program that I was just talking about.
Yes, yes.
So yeah. In the meanwhile, Magali, we could get with me after this, and there is another way to go about doing it until we get the program set up. So I'll connect with you and we can discuss that individually. When we ask for a zip code, is the is the estate zip code? Oh yes. Yes. Yeah. So if you're going city or zip option, which is new to the website now, it would be the decedent's zip code or city of which where they have the property. Yes. One new message. Will you be emailing us sample letters? Yes, we will be emailing that out.
And I also mentioned that we'll be providing the eBook, communicating with the executor. So that's how you can also get started, give you some ideas, but Jeff has some great scripts that he's put together for each of you. Yep. And then Tony has a question about zip code versus county, and that's all about your target marketing. So if you are wanting to specialize in a city and become that known realtor in that city or zip code, or you have a limited budget in the dollars versus, $100, then that might work for you. But the county gives you all probates available, and that will help you build your pipeline.
Donald, once we get the emails put together, it will either be today or tomorrow. They will be coming soon, though. All the freebies will be coming. In fact, within the hour, right after the webinar is done. Is that right, Laura? Is that what we scheduled out? The script and everything.
We did.
Yeah. So within a couple of hours, sometime today, folks, you guys will be getting your freebies that we've mentioned. Certificate program. Okay, so we got a few more other questions here. With the certificate program. Hey, Christian, how you doing, bud? The response rate we could expect on postcards. Good question, Christian.
Did you see the zip code question?
Yes, I saw the zip code. Okay, I'll touch on that first. The zip code question would be that, yes, it's good to just get zip codes. It's based upon budget. My recommendation, always get the whole county, unless you only want to be centralized in one little pocket of area, because the whole county, you're gonna have more bang for your buck. And let's get real. I have to say this: the per lead cost on our zip codes and cities is going to be a little bit higher than if you get the whole county. That's just because you're only cherry picking certain areas that you want, right? So more bang for the buck, you get the whole county, although we're catering to what our clients requested, which is that city and zip option as well. And I know I'm missing some things.
Okay, so they would like to know about if the leads are exclusive, and then how we handle if more than one agent wants a zip code.
I'm sorry, we do not offer exclusives. We are a list company. Some counties, they're smaller, even some of the mid-sized ones, may only have one client, one customer, but no, unfortunately, in the city and zip and the county options, we are a list company. We cap out at a certain number. We will not saturate the market, but no, nobody gets an exclusive.
And then we have questions regarding real estate. So we pull all probate records. And one of the reasons is you may not find a property associated with the initial filing and opening of an estate. That might come later as they file an inventory. It also might not be on, the PR may not even be aware of what needs to be sold. So we don't want to remove any possibility of you having an option to work with a PR and have a sale. So we include everything. It's
Okay,
every
and-
probate record.
Yep, Christian's question about the postcard rate. On a
Yes.
national level, Christian, I'm going to say about 1-2%. You're going to get some sort of a call-in rate off those. Every area is different. Postcard designs are different. But I get people that are swearing by postcards, especially the recommendation that I'll be throwing out there later. We recommend for postcards an output called Mailbox Power. A link will be included in the information we'll be sending to you guys. They're a phenomenal source, automated postcards that go out for only 44 cents. So details to come on that as well, folks, in the emails that you will be getting after the webinar. What else we got, Laura?
I think we've covered most everything. There we go.
Real estate.
These are your checklists.
Yep.
Thank you, Z.
Thank you, Z.
Your time. It's a lot of links, guys. So I suggest you guys grab the first file and has all of them together. This stuff will come to your email soon. So if you don't want to worry about these links, just should come within 5 minutes of, I think at 2:05 is when the email will arrive. So very soon.
So included in this is the ebook, and this tells you how to start communication with your executor, cold calling scripts, letter templates, an estate planning checklist, and the probate tasks checklist. Those 2 items you can offer to your customer, your PR that you're working with, and you're going to be their resource and solution on walking through this estate process. So we've put that together for you to help you provide a service to them. And in addition to that, we have the 50+ probate services that PRs might need. This is just going to elevate your value. So there you go.
There was one question that we missed. Somebody asked about the training certification program. Details are still to come, but it won't be an in-person live type of a thing. It would most likely be via Zoom communication or pre-recorded things that you'd be watching for the training. You're welcome. I'm not sure, Mike, if you were the one that was asking that, but if you were,
we are still working on the details on how to launch this new and exciting mastermind community. So as soon as we've got the details put together, we'll send an invite, as we've done with this, to give you an option to sit in and find out all the scoop on it. It's going to be very valuable, very exciting for the community.
Now, there is one other marketing option that's come into play, folks. A good deal, Christian. We'll send you the information. I've got a 2-week free trial on those postcards, Christian. I'll send that to you directly after this meeting is done. But there's one other, everybody, for those that don't know about the AI world, right? Most people know about the ChatGPT, right? That thing is phenomenal. I've used it. It is phenomenal, right? It will write out your scripts and a website. I have a client. He wrote a book, okay, with this ChatGPT. Z and I, Laura, were talking about it just yesterday. Anyway, the only reason I am bringing this up, folks, is we also have a connection. If you have to have a pretty good size list, and 5 to 10,000. This is an AI company that will make the phone calls. It is a robot, but I'm telling you, Laura, you know what I'm talking about, right? It's a human.
Yes.
This particular AI is very humanized with its ability to communicate. Their whole entire job, folks, is to transfer a lead live to you or your sales staff. So if you want further information on that, get with me personally. And I'll even send recordings of what this AI can do. It's a game changer, folks. And let's get real. AI is only going to be evolving. Right? Jump on the ship now or be left behind, so to speak. I mean, it's not like everything isn't going to be AI tomorrow, but it's definitely evolving, and it's good to keep up with the new and different marketing strategies. And that chat GBT is just the probably tip of the iceberg of things to come. So wanted to just touch on that a little bit. Because that is a new and different marketing strategy. And the company that I'd be recommending, they are up on all of the regulations, and what they do is just phenomenal. So, any other questions for us?
Thanks, Magali. We're excited that you joined.
We are. Thank you.
Yes, nice to see you.
Well, Mr. Leon McKenzie, you still on? Leon, you still there, sir?
He may have departed.
He may have.
He's a busy man.
I'm there. Sorry about that. Couldn't
I
find the
figured
mute
you
again.
could give some closing thoughts. I now give the floor to our illustrious CEO, Mr. Leon McKenzie.
Folks, again, it looks like there's still 48 folks on. That's quite a turnout. I think what that tells us, or reaffirms for us, is that there's an awful lot of interest in using probate information. And you've reached the right company. We are specialists in this space. We have run into just about every types of things that you could possibly think of. So you will find answers from us. If you don't get it the first time, come back and ask again. We do have the folks that have the answers. As Jeff alluded to, we're partnering with a longtime friend and company that will be providing solutions for you in terms of helping you work better to work with other people in terms of working with your peers, masterminds, stuff like that. Very, very complete program. We're really proud of it. That solution will be coming to you within the next couple of weeks or so. And I encourage you to take a look at it. I believe we mentioned that there is a cost to that. That's not completely the case for entry-level people. We do have some free groups that you can join and get and participate with. So you're going to find this to be a really great opportunity for you. The real key in probates, and I think your principal message that you want to take away from Jeff's pitch, is you want to work with these folks. You want to get to know them, and you want them to know you. They chances are pretty good, since they're a new person. When an executor files for to become an executor, keep in mind that could be anybody, and it more than likely is someone that has absolutely no clue as to what they're doing. So when you get to talking to these people, they don't know that they're a personal representative. They don't know that they're an estate executor oftentimes. And you have to when you start introduce yourself, you want to be very smart about how you're going about that. And what the message you're trying to give them is, look, we can help you. I can help you. And when you go out to talk to them about the solutions that you can provide, you'll get some interest. It may not be interest on day one. It may be interest on even a week later. I know one of the early tricks that I heard in this space that I thought was pretty cool is when you send them materials, mark the materials, put a block on it, get a rubber stamp made or something like that, and say, put this with your important papers. And that's the message that you want to give this individual. I have seen many times where 6 months later, somebody gave a call to an investor and said, I don't know exactly why I'm calling you, but I saw this in my important papers, and I really would like to know what you can do for me. That person at that point in time is a good candidate for you to be working with. So keep in mind, you're looking for the long-term relationship and for the opportunity to be able to support these people. We could go on forever, but once again, Jeff, thanks so much. That was a great presentation.
Thank you.
And we think that this is going to be great. So I will hand it back to you. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you too. Do we have any other questions?
Yeah, we have one last about a subscription for a set amount of leads per month or not.
Yes. If you want to get, say, 50 or 100 leads per month, we can definitely do that. It would be a sampling, or you can choose the series of options as well, if it adds up to be the amount of leads and records that you want.
We can work with your budget.
Yes, we could. Now I can honestly say we can work with any budget, guys.
That's right.
As little as $10 a month. Love it. Love it. Love it. I honestly, folks, since we're still 42 participants, I am extremely excited as a employee, as the sales director for this company, this City and Zip option is going to open up a lot of opportunities to realtors across the country that are now, would be looking, but they don't want a whole county for whatever reason, right? But those who want the whole county, again, there's more bang for the buck, per lead cost comes down. But I'm excited that this City and Zip option has now been launched. We were working on it for what, gosh, for 4, 5, 6 months now.
At least, yes.
Yeah. So another new chat. Okay. Thanks for, you're very welcome. Any other questions? If not, folks,
Great, guys. Thank you.
Everybody that has attended, I'm going to stop sharing the screen now. Everybody that has attended, thank you very, very much. Some of you I've known for a year or two or more. Some of you are brand new. I've never communicated with, at least not yet. I will be reaching out to everybody that's been a part of this particular webinar over the next couple of days to a week to answer any one-on-one questions that you guys might have, to offer quotes, to offer insight, and again, just to help you to then help the people you serve. That's it.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody. Everybody have a fabulous day.
Bye.
Take care. Bye now.